Scorpio, you have had enough. And this energy of having had enough and you really stepping into this power, gaining back some sort of control, is the reason why there's about to be a reversal of fortunes, a reversal of energies, okay? There is something, I'm going to show you your overall energy here. There is something very pure that is happening, very innocent, okay? It is dripping into your life, and you are like this flower ready to receive this reversal of fortune, this connection, and truth is coming through as well. Okay, there's no more denial. There is only a gain at this time. Okay, it's like you moved from denial into a period or an energy of gain, of receiving, of collecting, and harnessing some sort of energies. And like I said, reversing the fortunes. Okay, you also had the energy of silver, which is about reflective energies of building relationships, reflecting with an open heart, and accepting an aura, an air of mystery in your life. And because of this acceptance, you then receive this blessing, this reversal here, and this expansion is coming through as well here energetically. You had to go with the flow. So definitely a transformation, a transition into a transformation of reversing your fortunes, of reversing the pain, the sorrow that I've been feeling while sitting in your energy. It was actually tough to get through your vision because it was a tale of heartbreak and also becoming a different version of yourself. And I'm going to get into that vision in just a minute. First, I'll just introduce myself. My name is Isabella. This is Moon Alchemy Tarot, and I work a little bit differently here on this channel. I will sit with these cards that I have just shown you until I receive a vision from Spirit. I will then, after I see and move through the vision myself, write it down for you, so hopefully you can see it as exactly and feel it in your own way as I have seen it, okay? But everyone's going to need to see or experience different things in the vision, okay? So it's going to impact everyone differently. Okay, please take your time because these visions are important. There's something within each vision. Check out your sun, moon, and rising for a larger picture here of what's going on or the information you need to collect at this time. They're timeless readings. But just accept whatever it is that you feel or you hear or you take from the vision, okay? So without further ado, let's get into this beautiful vision of heartbreak and becoming. Clear your energy, you can close your eyes, but quiet your mind and really place yourself within this vision. There was a time before the storm, when the world was quieter, though not yet kind. And in that space between dusk and midnight, beneath cathedral skies and a moon that did not wane, she was born. A girl carved from starless night, skin kissed by shadow, eyes deep with dreaming. They called her the child of night. Not because she was dark, but because she carried the silence that others feared to feel. She wandered ruins wrapped in ivy, sang to broken statues, and danced with the fog in forgotten graveyards. And though her soul ached with 1,000 old songs, her heart bloomed with its first great hope when he came. He, the sun of the day, golden, loud with laughter. He smelled of wheat and summer and clean sun. He touched her with warmth that made her tremble. He called her mystery. He called her beautiful. and for a moment she believed she could belong to the light. But light can blind just as it warms, and summer always fades. He left when the storms came, not with malice, but with the cowardice of one who cannot hold contradiction. He could not hold her shadows, so he dropped her heart like a stone in a well and walked back into the morning. She remained alone. She walked beneath blackened skies, wind clawing at her cloak, the cathedral ruins howling her name, and in her chest arose the last gift of her love, once blooming red, now turning blue with frost, its petals curled inward, its scents growing fainter. But even more than the rose, there was the thorn. She did not see it when it pierced her. It had grown quietly inside her ribcage, a reminder of love unreceived, words unsaid, nights unanswered. It hurt to breathe, and yet she walked. Through shattered halls and salt-soaked winds, she walked barefoot, guided by ravens and whispers from the earth. She crossed bridges made of bone and moonlight, spoke to mirrors that did not lie, and stood before a mountain carved from grief. At its peak, she met the Watcher, an ancient woman robed in onyx feathers, who lived with wolves and named the stars by their forgotten names. The Watcher did not ask her to forget him. She asked her to remember herself. You were whole before he saw you. You will be whole when his memory fades. Then she reached into the girl's chest and drew out the rose, wilted and cold. With a single breath, she reignited its fire. And the thorn? The woman did not remove it. She pressed it deeper. This pain is your proof. You loved. Let it become your root. And from that thorn something grew. Not another wound, but a vow to herself. She returned down the mountain, but she was no longer merely the child of night. She had become the rose bearer, a woman who had walked through storm and silence, and now wore both as armor. She wore her heartbreak not as a curse, but as a scar that sang. She wore her love not for him, but for the soul who had survived him. In the darkest garden, she planted her rose anew. It bloomed black and crimson, thorns like silver flame. And when she danced again in the rain, the night no longer mourned. It moved with her, soft, fierce, whole. Now, when others walk through the storm, they find her there. In the ruins, in the wind, a figure cloaked in shadow and velvet light. She takes their trembling hands and whispers, "You are not broken for having loved. You are becoming. And the thorn, it's not your enemy. It's your proof you're still alive." And in her voice, they hear the echo of the rose and the wisdom of the night that once wept and now blooms. So it's a beautiful story of heartbreak, yes. Misfortune, yes. But an awakening, an expansion within you, a connection so true, so whole, so vivid, that it changes your entire existence. Like I said, a reversal of fortune. Okay, what once left you heartbroken and sad and alone is now your strength, your reminder that you are alive, that you are strong, and that you can get through anything, Scorpio. So let's see what the tarot has to say about the journey. We'll get into the Tower. So the first question I was going to ask is, what are the forces affecting you, or what is your situation right now? The Tower indicating a chaotic event, traumatic event, you hanging on by a thread, trying to rebuild your foundations, but for some reason they keep being torn down. And so this is this reversal of fortune, this energy of acceptance, of finding your beauty and connecting to that thorn, this tower being your thorn, and turning the thorn into a powerful energy to help guide you forward. So what is an energy that is guiding you through this tower? Will help guide you through this Page of Pentacles. I feel that there's information, a journey, a path that is going to be or has already shown itself to you, Scorpio. And it could be in this vision, it could be something else. But on this journey, out of the tower and into the connection of this new energy, the reversal of, it's like you've had enough. So on the journey, there is something very powerful, like you connect with or find a piece of information, some sort of wisdom. I'm really honing in on the key that he's holding here, okay? And the shadow in the background that is still on the path. So I don't know, for some of you, I feel like someone's watching you or trying to control you in some way, and there's something here that you aren't ready to share or speak or expose yet. And something about when you're ready, you will know. When you feel ready, it's time for you to take this key out of the earth, metaphor. It's time to expose this wisdom, this truth, when you are ready. Because I do see or feel too that there's something like this could be this energy of a lover or somebody else or something else in the background lingering, judging, watching you. There's something toxic about this shadow energy back here. And you remain curious, you remain active in what you seek, but you're not really letting everybody, or specifically this one person or energy, know every movement that you're making, because you're not ready to expose that you're making this new journey, this new alignment, if that makes sense. And so this is something that is helping you, because you are gathering the strength, the knowledge, the wisdom, the pieces. You are building up the energy, the courage, the strength to break free from this in order to reverse and bloom and step into this new chapter of yours. So never feel pressured to do something that you're not comfortable with, or share something you're not comfortable with sharing just yet. It's okay to keep pieces of the knowledge, the information, the journey, whatever it is for you, to yourself until you feel really ready and really guided to step out into the light and expose the truth, or expose this part of you, or whatever this is for you. So what is an energy that you need to release at this time, Scorpio? Seven of Pentacles. Okay, let's clarify this with one of these cards here. Searching. Something you're searching for. This causes you distress. It makes you feel very drained. Or perhaps someone is searching for you, trying to tap into your energy, and it's draining you in some way. But as you continue to build, as you continue to grow and prepare for this awakening, this new chapter, this reversal, something will continue to seek you out or approach you, or just, I'm feeling like a drain of energy. Although you can't quite release it because this is an external influence that's coming in, what you can do, what Spirit is showing, is you can release the energy that you are giving this other external force trying to take your energy by sort of keeping to yourself, working out what you need to work on, okay? Building up your own future and the pieces. Keep collecting the data, the energy, the wisdom. And rather than thinking about this, think about yourself. Think about your future. Think about what you are doing to get to this future. Keep searching for your own power, your own energy. Because I do really feel heavily, and this reading might not be for everyone, I understand that, but there is an outside influence really trying to come in and take from you in some way, okay? And I feel like that's this lover in the vision, okay? He like comes in and she falls madly in love with him while, you know, she was searching, she was lost, and then like he takes a piece of her, and all of a sudden she's even more lost after he disappears on her. And only later in the vision, as you know, she becomes something more powerful, something true and pure. And she aligns with her, not just her beauty, but her pain. Her pain is what makes her so strong, so powerful and beautiful. And so letting go of whatever influence this other energy has on you, and rather seeking to connect with that inner beauty and strength, right? Oops, Two of Cups here, yes. There is a union here for some of you, okay? A union with yourself, but also a union with something else, something greater. Like I said at the start, something deeper, a soul connection. Let's get some more general messages or advice. Three of Swords. Go through the story as it needs to be gone through. Don't neglect or deny that some of these wounds, some of these past chapters that you've written are a part of who you are. Never feel that shame. If you need to let go of that pain, then you can let go of it, but never be ashamed of, you know, who you've been, where you've come from. Please don't be ashamed, because you are beautiful as you are. And we all go through rough times and we go to dark places. It's a part of our spiritual journeys, and it's what makes us even more beautiful on the other side. We go through the shadow, we go through the darkness to come back even stronger, even more beautiful. And most importantly, connecting with ourselves in a beautiful way that we never would have known if we hadn't gone through this darkness. Because we survived. You survived, Scorpio. The Nine of Cups. There is abundance coming your way. There is a lot of beautiful things that will start to bloom in your life. Okay, let's see what this is. What are these things blossoming for Scorpio here in the future. Learning, rejected, accepting. So maybe you were once rejected, or you felt rejected, but you are uncovering something. You are aligning with acceptance. You are learning more about yourself, but also about others. Again, this other connection to like a soul karmic connection coming through here, a union with someone else. It's like you grow closer, you learn about each other, and no, they don't reject you, they accept you. Curiosity. You feel more open to new things, new people, new energies. You're gonna step outside of your comfort zone, right? You had go with the flow. There's less control in your life, and there's more sporadic, spontaneous blooming of joy, of healing, and positive energies, because you are more curious, because naturally you've opened up more. You've opened up more. It's like that innocence, that purity coming through, right? With the virgin's milk energy that I talked about earlier. And because of this whole transformation, this cycle you've gone through, you have an open heart now. Okay? You have an open heart, and you easily accept new people, new things. You're curious. And I also see you, this is kind of specific and random, but I see you changing something very significant about your appearance here in the near future. Let's get one more here for you, Scorpio. Comfort. You felt lost, and now you feel found as you go through this cycle. And the cat's coming through again. So a black cat could be very significant, or finding that soul connection could be with an animal, a new pet, okay? But a new connection, something that's very, or it could just be that thorn that you end up accepting and loving and using as your strength and seeing it as something beautiful. And when you do this, that is when you go from lost to feeling found, from bored to curious, from rejected to accepting, okay? So Scorpio, I'm gonna leave it at that today. Thank you guys so much. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, it's in the description box below with your own personal vision from Spirit, tailored to specifically just you. All down below. Also, if you want to support me in any other way, I really appreciate that. And I will see you guys next time.